Okay, sir, I'm ready. I'm gonna put up all the questions in the chat, and then you will answer from the chat. Do you copy, sir?
Yes, sir. AFK stands for away from keyboard, and it is not allowed. If another soldier disrespects me, I always tell them to either pull me aside so we can try to, resolve it first. And if we can't resolve it first, then we can go through the chain of command, and then we go to the next person above us and try to get it situated.
Copy that. Also, the best thing to do is always have your body cam on. So when this soldier that does disrespect you, um if he does, like, how can I say, come up with lies and say you did anything that you didn't do, and then you'd always have the proof to prove that you didn't do that. So always remember your body cam.
Yes, sir. I plan on leading soft hats the same way I was trained through the hard hats that, gave me the opportunity. Lead them through example, show them the correct ways. I won't mislead them by doing wrong things just to try to do something real quick. I would just tell them the correct, protocol with everything and make sure I'm watching them as they do it as well. Some of the duties that hard hat does is to do BBC's border base control or base border checks. Also, obviously, do RP at Southgate if we have civilians that come through who are looking to enlist. Also, we don't we drive the BBCs or buses to both gates. We don't allow soft hats to do that, and we also check up on the soft hats to make sure they're doing okay at Westgate if there are no hard hats around that area. My view of abuse of power is letting someone who is in charge let that rank go to their head, meaning they can do what they want to any soldier that's below them, say what they want to any soldier that's below them, and think they can get away with it, and just being just blatantly disrespectful, not knowing that we're all humans at the end of the day. Uh, I don't think we're allowed to give laps as hard hats. I think it's only generals.
Yes, sir.
Respect. Listen to. Sorry, give me 1 second. Respect. Uh, treat everyone as family. No AFK. Listen.
If you do have the macro, you can put it up.
Yes, sir. I was just trying to do it off the top of my head, but can I put the macro?
Yes, sir. Tenfour, so just say it to me. You need to like totally get remember these rules. Like, you tried getting them, saying them at the top of your head. So just say those rules again for me.
Yes, sir. So 5 rules are: be respectful, no AFK, always ask permission, be active, and do not tase or shoot your fellow soldiers. steps I'll take to gain the highest rank would be to um, do my duties first at my rank, make sure I'm doing that correctly, do all I can in my power, try to be active, do as much as I can, outside of my ranking, whether it's to join ATU, whether it's to sign up for anything that's on Discord, participate in as many events that the military has, and just follow the general's footsteps in becoming um, the next higher up.
10-4. But the question was, what steps would you take to gain control of the base as the highest rank online? Say there were no generals online, there were no colonels, no captains, nor any majors online. It was only the highest rank is you as a lieutenant. What steps would you take to get control of the base? And there's only soft hats online. What would you do?
Yes, sir. Sorry. If there was only soft pass and I was the highest ranking at the moment, I would tell the soft hats to firstly come to Southgate because we don't have any hard hats online, and I would have them follow what I'm doing in terms of when we have civilians come to the gate, just have them watching, being observant, and talking through the steps with them so they can know, and just telling them what to do if I'm not online, delegate the power to them to if it's a scarf or the next rank under that, just so they know what to do if no one's online, so they're not completely in the dark as well. First step to take is to turn your body cam on so you can record what's going on.
10-4, 10-4. That's the exact answer that I was looking for. Mr. Max, do you perhaps have any other questions to add?
I mean, you've asked it all, Draco, but Sir Barnivius, if peradventure I take you out on OPR right now and I get killed and you're wearing, what's the first step you're going to take?
Just confirm, you said if you was to go outside the base into the city and you get killed, what would be the first step I would take?
Yes, and if you weren't killed and both of us was out on the OPR, what would you do?
If we were both out on OBR, first things first, I'll turn my body cam on because to make sure any events like this happens, I can just record it and send it in the Discord for admins to deal with it because we can't do anything outside the base.
Alright, but what's the first step you're gonna take?
Okay, so Max is trying to know if, say, you guys are over at hands, both of you needed an OBR, he took you to hands, so Max gets killed. What are you gonna do next?
I would drive. Me personally, I would drive back to the base. I wouldn't stay there. Unless I would have my body cam on, and I'll just go back to the base. I wouldn't do anything further.
Okay, the thing I expected from you as a soldier, that's if a general takes you out on the OPR, he got killed or he lagged out and stays for a few minutes without coming back, you just hit the respawn button. You don't drive back, because if an admin catches you driving a vehicle without your general in, you get reprimanded for that. It won't be like you can't. There's nothing that you're gonna say that will make you get reprimanded because you were out without a general. They caught you without a general. You're supposed to be with a general at all times as long as you're out of the base.
10-4. I would have to add the respawn macro back because I deleted it when I initially set up my macros before I joined the army.
No, you don't really need to add it back. Like, if you click on tap to write a message right on top of the screen, you'll see that the respawn, help, do, try, me, NRP, SMS, trade, clan, all those what you call it, macros are right there, and you just click on them.
Oh, yes, sir. 10-4. I did not see that. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, Mr. Barnivius. Now this is the thing. Okay, let me do this. You see over here where like the ground kind of raises where you're standing on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're gonna pretend that's Southgate. That's at the gate. So if I step on you, that means that I'm on the pavement. You gotta pretend that I'm a civilian. You need to pay attention to every detail and everything so that you can make sure that because as a hard edge, you're gonna soon be dealing with the civilians at Southgate. So you have to pay attention to every detail. Do not look at me as a general. Do not excuse anything. If you see anything wrong, please let me know. Okay, so this is me pulling up right now.
Got things. Well, sir. First of all, you can't be on the pavement, sir. I need you to step away from the pavement. Sir, I need you to step away from the pavement. You can't be on the pavement. Thank you, sir. Now, how may I help you today, sir? Are you looking to enlist into the Army? Sorry, sir. You want to join? All right, yes, sir. So I got to ask you a series of questions, sir. First and foremost, you need to be 18 years of age, and you need to also have a Discord and a working mic. And you must speak English and not be in a gang. Do you think you meet those requirements, sir?
Sir Barnivius, let me cut you here. Let me cut you short, please. If you see a civilian with a
Wait,
weapon, you tell him to put
wait,
it down.
Mr.
On to
Max,
the way.
wait, hold on. Do not. I need to see it through.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So as I said, yes, you need to meet the Army requirements with the Discord, have an active might, be level 5 or higher, be 18 years of age, and speak English. Okay, yes, sir, but you're not responding with the mic, sir, so you need to have an active mic. If so, if you don't, you cannot join the Army.
Man, what's the hold up, man? Why don't you just get me in the military? I mean, what's so difficult just to join the military?
Sir, you cannot be on the pavement, sir. This will be the first warning.
Yo, how do I join the military?
And sir, you need to also put your weapon away, sir. You cannot have your weapon out.
Yeah, okay, so how do I join the military, man?
Yes, sir. As I said before, you need to have those 5 things to be to enlist into the Army. Sorry, that was a miss. I was trying to do that.
Yeah, I got my mic and everything. As you can hear, I got my mic now. I want to join. Get me in. Do your thing, man.
All right, yes, sir. First things first. Are you 18 years or older? Oh, sir, you cannot shoot, sir. You gotta put your weapon away, sir.
Yeah, my weapon is put away.
Sorry, sir. Say that again.
Yeah, there's no weapon in my hand. I am 18 years. I got a mic. I got Discord. What's next?
Okay. What's your date of birth, sir?
Man, that's none of your business. I'm old enough.
Sir, you have to tell me your date of birth or you cannot join the military, sir.
Okay, we're gonna stop it right there. Mr. Max, when I do this, I need to see it through, man. Do not help them. We don't do that. How am I gonna grade them if you assist them while I'm doing this? Mr. Barnivius,
I'm sorry, sir.
Your practicals weren't that good, my man. I was standing there with a weapon for quite a while. I did the emote, which doesn't really take away my weapon. You need to put your weapon away. If you want to join the military, you need to put your weapon away. You should let them stop doing the emote. I was very disrespectful to you. You know, we're not gonna tolerate that. So if somebody's disrespectful to you and all that, you send them away. You send them away. Do you copy, my man?
10-4.
Yeah, my behavior is gonna cause disruption in the military as well. So this is the thing. Okay, you did do your macros, but as I said, you didn't pay attention to my weapon and everything that much. I did an emote, so my weapon wasn't away. If I wanted to shoot like I did, I could shoot immediately. You would have been dead. You understand? And then you still had to switch your weapons. So you always have to be prepared. You're gonna always have that taser ready in your hand. You're gonna tell them to put their weapons away. You're gonna use the macro. If you don't have it, gotta make sure you get that macro in. You put that macro up. If listen, this is the main thing. If nobody complies to your instruction at Southgate and they are a civilian or they might be a gang member, you've got authorization to shoot at them. At Southgate, you should use your mic. They don't use their mic. You can put up your macros. So that's a restricted area. State your purpose. Why are you here? If they do not comply to that, and then you put up your first, second, third, final warning, and then you can go ahead and shoot at them, because military is a restricted area. No one is allowed to hang around here. So when you do come up to the military base, you have to have a purpose why you come up here. So you first thing you're gonna have to, like you did, let them know they need to use a working mic. So when you see them type, you don't explain anything to them. You tell them, sir, if you want to join, the first step is you're gonna have to use your mic. That's the first thing you get done. You don't ask no questions or anything like that. If they do not use their mic, you command them and tell them to use their mics. Do you copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
10-4. I stopped it early because you need a whole lot of practice on that though. And then the next thing that you will be doing, usually before I ask they put up the requirements, I ask them their age. Because if they do see in the requirements that it says it requires them to be 18, most of them are just gonna say, yeah, okay, I'm 18. But then you do ask the year after that. Anybody that's born that's the age they say they are would definitely know their year and won't have to think about it. So then you would also request their documents. These are the passport. The passport is to check violations. You will see at the bottom, it will tell you if they got any violations. With any violations, then you tell them to go back to the PD. If they have a get out of jail free card, they can use that and then they can come back to the military. And then you have to check the workbook as well. If they have left a faction in say the last 2 days or yesterday or something, they won't be able to join. There's a 3-day cooldown, so they have to have left their faction 3 days ago before they can join any other faction. Do you copy, sir?
Yes, sir. I actually had a question because we had a situation like that earlier this morning, which is why I continued the way I did because the Ghost Shep told us that the admin said that if they're not showing any forcible, actions, that we cannot shoot them, because we, I forgot who he said was checked by the admin. It was one of the gens, and they said that we cannot just actively shoot or put up our macros and shoot if they're not showing any plausible force, regardless if they have their weapon out or if they run on base. And that happened just morning, and that's why I continued to do what I did because I'm like, okay, so at what point do we stop and just push them away? Because if they just continue not to listen, what do we do? Because they said that we could get banned because it's some RP abuse or whatever, and it's like, well, what do we do? And that was exactly what happened. Two people actually did it. It was a lady in black, ran on base, then she ran out, got her car, tried to run back in the base, didn't use her mic at all, but we can't shoot them. And then another person did it too in a white shirt. He got in another person's vehicle that was on the base already, tried to drive it. We tased him out. And then, we said, okay, can you please follow us back to the front? and he continued to run down to the mid, and after that we was like, okay, what, like, do we shoot him? So he wound up getting killed. But then that's when Chef said, we really not supposed to kill because they wasn't showing any plausible force of trying to be aggressive, and that was by the admin rules. So I generally am like confused on what exactly to do in that situation. Like this example, this scenario you just showed me is like pretty much what happened. So that's why I continued to do what I did, because like, what do you do if they don't? Because I'm not trying to get in trouble by the admin, especially if someone's recording, with their own body cam.
So you told me that Mr. Shep said that the admin said, so it's basically Shep say, not admin say. Look, this is the thing. If somebody enters home base, we do roleplay. This is speaking about us, talking about a civilian. Gang members are another issue. But if a civilian comes on base, we do tend to explain them, sir, you're not allowed to be on base. This is a restricted area. You can use your mic, you can throw up the macros. And then you tell them, let me escort you out, get into the Jeep. If they do not comply, then we open fire at them. Man, they're disrupting operations on base. I mean, we cannot have any civilians running around and anything like that. So if somebody comes on base, that's the most dangerous time. They put themselves in a lot of danger. Look, outside of the base, it's something else. But if they enter the base, you guys have put up your macros. They didn't use no mic. They didn't respond. You open fire. Then you open fire, you take them out of the base, especially if they were at Southgate and just ran past you after you guys did speak to them. If you find them on base, you haven't yet met them, the first time you do is find them on base, you try to speak to them as well, especially civilians. You find them on base, you speak to them, you ask them, how can I assist you, anything like that. If they have their weapon drawn, you put up your macro once. Put away your weapon, you tell them once, put away your weapon, I'm gonna open fire. If they don't, you shoot at them. If a civilian is found on base, like let me say, he wasn't at Southgate, he entered Westgate, nobody saw. And then you will RP with them, try to escort them out as well. If they don't, I usually shoot at them. Do you have to say anything, Mr. Max? Do you have to say anything, Mr. Max?
I mean, that's basically it. No, I wasn't. I just mistakenly clicked on my joystick.
Oh yeah, I thought you wanted to like maybe correct me or anything, help me. Outside of the base, Mr. Barnivius, when they outside of the base, you're gonna, like I said, RP with them. But then you also let them know this is a restricted area. The military has, if you want to do further, explain to them even further, you tell them to click on the map and then click on territory. They'll see that the military is marked in green. It's got its whole territory. So this is a restricted area. There's no hanging around here by the military base. Do you understand me? So that's why we got the macro. State your purpose. Why did you come over here? If you have no purpose to be here, please leave. This is a restricted area. The reason why we do that, because if we have civilians in front of us busy disturbing us, this has happened numerous times. Somebody comes in front of Southgate, they start using their emote, they start dancing, and we ask them why are they here. As soon as we get closer to them, and then they shoot us from the mountain. So they do this as distractions. Nobody's allowed here in front of the base. And then always be certain to make sure about the rules from any higher up, a general preferably, because like I said, Mr. Shep, he's not a general either, so I don't know why he would let you guys. I mean, think of any military base. Imagine I could just drive through the gate, drive around the military base, leave again, come with another friend, drive back into him, and I'm speaking IRL, NRP. That's not allowed. So he did give you wrong information over there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so unfortunate with that wrong information, it kind of made your, what you call it, your practicals, it wasn't that good. Because, I mean, you could be dealing with this one disrespectful civilian while another one runs in. How you gonna handle this situation, We have to prevent them from, how can I say, enter the base or anything. The base is a restricted area. But Like I said, always macros. Do try to RP as far as you can. If anybody does shoot at you first, you may shoot immediately, because it's going to be kind of difficult for you to throw up your macros. You can shoot immediately, use macros after. Anybody who's next to you, they should use their macros. Like, say somebody's shooting at me, you should use your macros immediately, because you've got time to use your macros. That's why we always have these shoot macros right on top, just to make sure that you can put them up real quick.
Yes, sir. Because that was another thing too. Because I was also told that Upbeat was in trouble for that exact reason, that he got shot at, but instead of using his macros first, he shot first, and then he put his macros after, and he got in trouble by the admin because that
Yeah,
person who shoot was recording it. So
Upbeat.
I was told that rule.
So Upbeat unfortunately didn't have his body cam on. I mean, if you have your body cam on, somebody shoots at you, you shoot back immediately. You show the admin that you had no turn chance to put up your macros. This will be considered self-defense. But the soldiers next to you, they should be putting up. That's why we're always so strict on body cam. If you start doing things, and I mean, there's a lot of people that have been in the military, they left the military, so they come back, they know the rules. They're gonna come back, they're gonna shoot at you, and then they're gonna let you shoot back at them. And then they're gonna cut the recording just when you shoot at them, and they're gonna say you use no macros. So that's why we always are strict on this body cam, body cam, body cam, always. Because even in the military, I mean, the admins, they work like that. You can get nothing done without no evidence with the admin. So we work through the admins. That's why we need body cam um, as well. We cannot take any harsh action without no body cam. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir. I just okay. So I know the body cam, but what if you have like a lot of like stuff on your phone? I'm talking about photos, and photos that you don't want to delete. You shouldn't delete. Right? They're like family photos or whatever the case is. You just don't have the storage to continuously run a body cam while you're on duty or securing a gate. So how do you go about trying to immediately put up a body cam in the heat of the moment?
Okay, so everybody's screen recorder is different. So like this is how I usually do it, and I can give you other options and how you could do it. So I would record like until we get paid the salary. Once we get salary, nothing happened in that time. So this will be 30-minute recordings. If nothing has happened, I will then delete the recording immediately and start recording again for next 30 minutes until the next salary. Nothing happens, I will delete it. As soon as something does happen, my body cam is already on, and then as it ends, then I will stop that. I will end the recording right there and then start a new recording, so that it doesn't so that it's not that much. I will then upload this to YouTube so that I could remove it from my device immediately. Another thing that you could do, like right at the moment with my screen recording, perhaps I could pause it, so it doesn't continue. So, well, I could just start it and then you can pause it. As soon as something happens, then you can continue recording and then you pause it again, and then it will be like, for that incident might just be 5 minutes, and then you can save that 5 minutes, and then you start it, but then you pause your recording again until something happens, and then you play it again, and then you start recording as soon as something happens as well, so that it takes short snippets of any incidents that does happen, and it doesn't take these long extended videos like I explained the first time. But the best thing would be to delete these clips if nothing happens. Like I said, the first one or the second one, you could just get your screen recording ready and then pause it. Once something happens, you start recording. But best option is, for any incidents, just post this on YouTube or like TikTok, anywhere that you can save it, that doesn't take storage on your said device. And then if you need it at a later time, then you could like just refer us to the YouTube link or TikTok link or something like that.
Okay, so I would have to get a YouTube account or well, I have TikTok, but I don't really use it for anything else. I just have it to scroll, but all right, yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, because I can't really go past like 15 minutes before my phone starts getting choppy when the screen record is on. And obviously, you said wait till salary, but salary's 30 minutes, so it's a little dicey in that situation. But yeah, I mean, I understand it just what you're saying, sir.
10-4. Okay, sir. Just the last thing. We're gonna do a macro test. I need to see that you have all your macros in. So you can just go ahead and from your first macro to your last macro, just put it up for me. Tenfold. Okay, Sir Barnivius. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you how I feel about this interview, and then I will get Sir Meg's view from it. The theory parts of the questions, you did very well to me. GG's on that. I do salute you on that. You answered very fluently. I understood what you wanted to say, and I can clearly see that you understand the basic functions and operations on base. Unfortunately, your practicals didn't go so well because you were handed wrong information. But macros, excellent, my man. It's not always that I see that everybody really has all the macros that are really necessary for the military. So from my point, sir, yeah, you can expect rank up.
10-4, sir.
What do you think, Mr. Max?
Yeah, you did real good, bro. Like you did everything. You passed, but as Draco said, I was gonna cut you off. My mind wasn't even like in the interview like that, so I was cutting you off, telling you what you need to do, not knowing that, man. Just work on how to RP with soldiers, or try to come up for the next raid, because I'll be holding the